Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Melee. This time we got a debut match in the singles division. We got Alec going up against Jordan. Jordan we obviously saw recently in a teams match going up against Law Deal, which is obviously a very strong team, and they pushed them very far in that match. And you'll be going up against Alec, who has been around in the trivia leagues for a while. It's kind of surprising that this is his debut match in Melee, but should be interesting to see how they play. Joining me on the desk today, though, is one Adelaide Spence for, I believe, the first time this season. So
yeah, it's first time in 3 years. Yeah.
How are you feeling about today's match?
I think it's interesting because Alec, as we know, like he was over in Fandom. He just actually won a retirement match to stay in the game. So I think that's good to see his fight. And Jordan, every player who I feel like debuts nowadays calls out Jordan when they win or lose. So I guess he's someone who's going to be a very popular person to play after today.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so we'll bring in the players for the interviews. I believe Alex. Hold on, Alex said he wanted to go second, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So Jordan, hi. How are you doing today? This is your debut match. How you feeling about your opponent and how you're gonna play today?
I'm feeling good. You know, Alec calls himself the Sinister One, but he's a lovable guy, man. So that's why it's gonna hurt that much more when I destroy him.
Oh my, very threatening. Okay, so with that, we will bring in your opponent for this evening, Alec. Alec, first time in Melee. How you feeling?
You didn't hear that, did you?
You're muted.
Yeah.
I actually just showed up right now. See, I was still muted. I love Jordan. He's awesome, but I'm also gonna destroy him. So I don't know how this is really gonna work. Who's gonna destroy who? So we'll figure
equals amounts of destroying.
So
mutually assured destruction, I believe is the term.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited.
All right, sounds good. So then with that, I will read our rules for round number 1, which will work like this. It'll be like any other standard whiteboard round. We'll get 8 questions in 8 different categories of movie trivia, which they will answer individually on their whiteboards. Every player has 3 repeats and 1 challenge to use for the remainder of the match. And please keep your hands on screen at all times. So any questions before we get started?
Yep, let's do it.
All right, then I will read you your first question, which comes in the category of classics. In The Wizard of Oz, what is it that the lion plans on asking the wizard for? So if you could ask the wizard for something, what would it be, not including this answer?
Well, I already lost my gender, so I feel like I have to commit to that bit.
Okay.
I'm not funny. You get used to it.
2, 1, pens down. We'll go to Alec first.
Courage.
And Jordan?
Courage.
Both correct.
All right, second question comes in the category of recent releases. Name one of the 2 fruits that the twins are using as code names in Bullet Train. Have you seen this?
I have. I thought it was fine. I think my review kind of flew under the radar because I didn't get much hate for it. But
I'll tell you, are you in the Boatman or the Scott camp of this movie?
4, 3, probably more Scott. 2,
Oof.
1, pens down. We will go to Jordan first.
Tangerine.
And Alec?
I put strawberry.
Tangerine is correct. So Jordan will take the 1-point lead. To get into your next question.
Can you say what the other one was? Do you have it? It's kind of
cool. Oh yeah, the other one was lemon. Yeah.
Lemon. Okay, that's
so your next question comes in the category of crime. Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, and Robert De Niro star in what film? Favorite fruit? Go.
Watermelon.
Interesting.
I don't like fruits in general, but I feel like it's one that's actually sweet. I also like the cartoon where you just eat a bunch, you shoot out the seeds.
It's true. 5, 4, 3.
Take
2,
a repeat.
1. All right. So that is Jordan's first repeat. Kevin Costner, Sean Connery, and Robert De Niro star in what film?
What's your favorite fruit?
More of a pomegranate guy.
Never had pomegranate, weirdly enough.
Oh, just get a bowl full of pomegranate seeds. It's the best. It's like you're eating candy, but it's healthy for you. Great.
I'm not healthy.
4, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jordan.
The Untouchables.
And Alec?
Put The Untouchables.
So
I think you can only take Alec.
You can only take Alec. Unfortunately, with
Yeah.
two-word movie titles, we need.
Shit. I'm just used to just not doing it. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So tie game as we get into question number 4. Spence.
Fourth question comes in the category of Oscars. How many times has Mark Ruffalo been nominated for an Oscar? What do you say during these questions?
Nothing interesting, as you can tell. Yeah.
How was your day?
But it was fine. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm a little stressed out. Alec.
I put 2.
And Jordan.
Yeah, it felt like a safe guess. I said 2.
2 is correct. Or no, sorry. 3. I'm dumb. Yeah.
2 is incorrect.
Yeah.
3 is the correct answer. Movies are Spotlight, Foxcatcher, and The Kids Are All Right.
We both said it so confidently. I got it wrong. All right. Your next question comes in the category of comedy. In what 2010s comedy will you find a troop of Boy Scouts known as Khaki Scouts?
So you want to hear something really dumb?
Sure.
So in testing for the last question, I was like, I know I got one for Infinitely Polar Bear. And everyone just looked at me like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Jordan. And we'll go to Jordan.
I didn't even finish that. I was going to say A Scout's Guide to Surviving the Zombie Apocalypse.
And Alec.
I didn't have anything.
Both incorrect. We were looking for Moonrise Kingdom.
All right. Next question comes in the category of sports. Who plays Adrian in Rocky? So I'm assuming you're a big sports fan.
No. I like UFC, and that's it.
Well, are you excited for Creed 3?
Yes, I am. Looks pretty good. Yeah.
Jonathan Majors. I don't think you know any wrong so far.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Alec.
Couldn't pull it.
And Jordan.
Talia Shire.
Talia Shire is correct. Jordan takes back the 1-point lead as we get into your next question, which comes in the category of animation. What does Aladdin wish for as his final wish in Aladdin?
Have you seen the direct-to-video sequels to these?
Probably. I can't remember it though because I was like super young. Are they worth watching?
I like 2 more than I should, and 3 is genuinely good.
4, 3, 2.
I forgot it gets
1.
2 solos.
Hands down. We will go to Jordan
So the genie to be free.
and Alec.
The genie to be free.
Genie to be free is correct.
Both correct as we get to your ultimate question, category of actors and actresses. Who has played a poetic soldier, an arcade game player, and an eagle? What's your favorite bird?
Ooh, Blue Jays. Always get hyped whenever I see one of them fly around.
Is it because they're a
Maybe.
baseball team from your country?
Yes. 5, 4. Even though I don't watch sports. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jordan.
Peter Dinklage.
And we'll go to Alec.
I put Tom Cruise.
Peter Dinklage is correct, with the films being Cyrano, Pixels, and the Angry Birds movie. All right, so coming out of round number 1, I have the score at 5-3 in Jordan's favor. So then we will get into round number 2, which will work like this. It is your standard wheel round. So each player will be able to spin at the wheel, which will decide what category that they will be stuck with in round number 2. If they don't like what they spin first, they can spin a second time, but they must keep what they land on in that spin. And each question is worth 2 points unless they check down multiple choice, which is worth 1 point, and stealing is available in this round. Your categories tonight are comedies and actors and actresses, which are Jordan's strengths, as well as James Wan and horror, which are Alec's strengths. And then we have the general categories of drama, sci-fi fantasy, 2000s, and family. So Jordan, since you are in the lead, would you like to spin first or defer to Alec?
Deferring screwed me last time. I'm going to go first this time.
All right, so here's your first spin, Jordan.
So screw me this time, bro.
Unfortunately, it screwed you this time. It is the opponent's choice.
I never pick right.
So Alec of the categories on screen.
I love
here
all
will
of
be
these. So
Jordan.
whatever, Alec.
Let's go horror.
All right. Horror it is. So
Then
then,
the bigger horror
It
fan
is a
if you
good
want to take those.
sure. So I will be reading your questions, Jordan, in the category of horror. Your first question. What U.S. state does The Lost Boys take place in?
Ooh, state question. Multiple choice, please.
All right. Your options are A, California, B, New Mexico, C, Arizona, or D, Oregon.
California?
That is correct for 1 point.
Probably there was beaches and stuff.
So your next question. The 1954 film Them centers on giant versions of what type of bugs?
Ants.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Who plays Professor Clayton Dalton in Drag Me to Hell?
Shoot my shot. Justin Long.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. How is Danny's boyfriend Christian killed at the end of Midsummer?
Burned alive?
That is correct for another 2 points. So your final question in this category. What is the name of the young girl who becomes possessed in The Exorcist?
Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Reagan, B, Kennedy, C, Macy, or D, Darna.
Reagan.
And that is correct for 1 point. So after that round, I have Jordan at 13 and Alec at 3. Is that what you have, Spence?
Yes.
All right, so then we will go over to Alec's spin at the wheel. First spin is sci-fi fantasy. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep.
All right. So then, Spence, would you like to read them their questions in sci-fi fantasy?
Yes. All right, Alec, your first question. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. You will find an immigrants' rights group named The Fishes in what 2000 sci-fi dystopian film?
I'll go multiple choice.
All right. Options are A, District 9, B, Equilibrium, C, Children of Men, or D, The Time Machine.
A?
That is incorrect. Jordan for the 1 point. Still, your options are A, District 9, B, Equilibrium, C, Children of Men, or D, The Time Machine.
Let's say Children of Men.
Correct for 1 point. In A Clockwork Orange, Alex has a pet named Basil. Basil, sorry. And Alex has a pet named Basil, which is what kind of animal?
The snake.
Correct for 2 points. Who plays Captain S.J. Miller in Event Horizon?
Fishburne?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Lawrence Fishburne?
That's correct for 2 points. In Labyrinth, Jareth has the power to shapeshift into what kind of animal?
An owl.
Correct for 2 points. Your final question. Who directed 2018's Upgrade?
I'll go multiple choice.
All right. Options are A, Luc Besson, B, Lee Winnell, C, Mike Flanagan, or D, Andy Muschietti.
Five, 4, 3.
B.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right. So then coming out of round number 2, I have the score at Jordan in the lead, 14-10. Is that what you have?
Yes.
All right. So then we'll get into round number 3, which will work like this. Each player will select from a list of categories what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions. Those are obviously ascending in difficulty. And the categories that you can pick from today are recent releases, animation, Western, sci-fi fantasy, Nicole Kidman, family, 1970s, and action adventure. So we will let the players pick now, and we'll be right back. All right, so we're back. The players have selected their categories, and now I'm going to start with reading Alex's questions first because he is behind. So, Alec, your 1-point question in the category of recent releases is as follows. Which Oscar-winning actress plays bar owner Penny Benjamin in Top Gun Maverick?
And Jordan, can we get your hands on screen?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No,
We need an answer.
didn't have it.
All right, that is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Jennifer Connelly. So then we'll go over to your 2-point question in the category of action adventure, which is in Speed, the bus will explode if it goes below what speed?
Um,
5, 4.
like 50 miles per hour.
That is correct for 2 points. Unfortunately, you're still behind, so we will stick with you for your 3-point question in animation. Which is, what 2020s animated film features the songs Sunny Side Up Summer, Lucky Days, and Not That Evil? Five, 4, 3,
I got to repeat.
2. All right. That is your first repeat, I believe. What 2020s film features the songs Sunny Side Up Summer, Lucky Days, and Not That Evil? Five, 4, 3,
I'll get another one.
2. Okay, that is your second repeat. What 2020s animated film features the songs Sunny Side Up Summer, Lucky Ducks, and Not That Evil? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Turning red.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for the Bob's Burgers movie.
I haven't
So
seen it.
here's the situation. We will now go over to Alex's 4-point question in sci-fi fantasy. If he hits this, he will send it back to Jordan. If not, then Jordan will win by technical knockout. So your question, Alec. What fantasy film is about author Calvin and one of the characters he writes who comes to life? Five, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat.
1. All right, that is your final repeat. What fantasy film is about author Calvin and one of the characters he writes who comes to life? Five, 4,
The
3.
Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, it is Jordan Owens. We were looking for Ruby Sparks. Ruby Sparks. So we will put Jordan backstage for now as we will get into the post-game interviews, starting with Alec. Alec, you had some rough luck in round number 3, but you played, I think, pretty solid through round 1 and round 2. How do you feel today?
Oh man, I felt good. I lost. I got knocked out, but it's on questions I don't know. I don't, if I know the answer and I miss it, then that feels worse than I didn't know the answers to these questions. They were great questions. I just haven't seen the movies, like Bob's Burgers. I've been meaning to watch Bob's Burgers, the movie, and I haven't seen it yet. But no, I feel like I played good. Maybe that wheel was a really good wheel. Like there wasn't much like that. I don't think either of us was really like worried about. So that opponent's choice was more like hopefully that there's something that he doesn't know and I can get some steals off of it was that pick. So maybe it was the wrong pick, but we'll never know.
Yeah, that's fair. But for when you come back, is there anyone who you'd be willing to play, or is it just anyone? You'll take on anybody?
Oh, I'll take on anybody, especially getting knocked out. I feel like once you get knocked out, you don't really have a lot of say in what happens next. Like me calling out someone doesn't have a lot of power behind it. I just having me just getting knocked out. But anybody, man, I have a good time with anybody. And whatever excuse I can have to answer some movie trivia questions, I'm all for it.
That's fair. Yeah, say even when the people who call out people after getting the knockout, we'd never usually listen to what they say when they call out to someone anyway. So you're good.
No.
Anyways, thank you for coming out. It was a good match. We will bring in our winner for this evening, Mr. Jordan Owens. Jordan, you got the knockout in your debut match. How you feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling pretty good here, man. Alec's a great guy. Always a pleasure teaming with him, facing him, whatever I got to do. So definitely happy to have my first match with him in general here. Like I said, that wheel actually wasn't that bad. There wasn't anything on that wheel that I was too like, oh, I'm gonna get shut down. So yeah, I like horror, so that was an okay. Ended up being an okay pick for me here. I had a good time here. Definitely looking forward to coming back and hopefully keeping the momentum going. We'll see.
Yeah, well, speaking of keeping the momentum going, so obviously I just basically said we don't usually listen to when people call out other people, but is there anyone who you'd be willing to play in your next match?
No, I'll give that generic answer. I'm very happy to face anybody here and try to climb that ladder. Give me somebody else that's similar scorings, which I'm sure is what you'll do, and we'll see how it goes.
I like that attitude. Well, congrats on the win today, and we will see you.
Appreciate both of you.
Come back. All right, so we will wrap this all up here. I thought it was a pretty solid performance from Jordan. Obviously, getting opponent's choice and going 8 for 10, very impressive. Alec, again, some bad luck in round 2 and 3, but overall, I think it was a pretty solid match. How do you feel, Spence?
Couldn't say it better myself. I don't know that. I was impressed. I'm happy to be here. So that's what I was focusing on. So yeah, and 2 good performances. Just unlucky one of my.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, we will all say goodbye today from me, from Spence, from Jordan, from Alec, and from all of us here at Multiplex. We wish you a wonderful day. See you in the next one. Bye.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
If it taken.
Bye.